uh, Julian and I have decided to start a new series where we get together and at roughly the same time we watch a movie that one or both of us have not seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, I had seen Event Horizon previously, and Julian had not. So I suggested we both watch it, and then we get together shortly thereafter, and we do a little jigsaw puzzle in tabletop at the same time while we just talk about the movie and what we thought about it and different scenes and acting and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing with this series. And it's called Films with Friends because we may get in some other people from time to time. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a great way to get recommendations. Have like someone else come in and be like, "Hey, have you seen this movie?" And we both go, "No." Bada boom.
Exactly. And if you guys have anybody in chat, or if y'all are watching this on YouTube later, if you have any movies that you would like us to cover, go ahead and just reach out to us on our Discord, or hit us up on Twitter, or leave comments. Any place you know that we're going to get it. And we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do Event Horizon. And you never saw this movie before, right?
No, I had heard of it kind of in passing, but it was just one of those things where it was like, Event Horizon, it's a movie, and that's all I knew.
Interesting.
So
did you have any ideas going into it? Like what it was going to be about?
The only thing I really knew it was going to be about is basically what you told me, which was just like, that does not seem like it goes there. Which was just that it was some kind of space movie. So that's really all I knew. I was expecting like a lot of sci-fi and stuff like that, but it surprised me. It really did.
Yeah, that has to go there. Yeah, that goes there. You were right.
Does it? Oh, yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah.
All right. It just, the picture looks so much darker on the background.
It is. That's something I messed around with for a while, is because I was like, I don't get what's going on with this picture. But the background here is much darker than the actual puzzle pieces. And that's what threw me off at first. So, yeah, I had seen this a long time ago, and it creeped me the hell out.
Yes.
Obviously.
I don't recall, like, I recently went and saw It with Melissa, and I don't even recall that movie giving me as much anxiety as this movie gave me when I was watching it.
Awesome.
Like,
that's
I don't know, like there was that one scene with the older doctor lady who was in the med bay.
Oh, the one with her kid?
Yeah. So obviously there are going to be spoilers for anyone who's never seen the movie before, so prepare for that. But
yeah, absolutely. This is not spoiler free, obviously.
But yeah, so that scene, she's this woman is in a med bay, by herself on the Event Horizon. This is after they get to the Event Horizon, and she's sitting there deciphering some like code logs or something. And all of a sudden she starts to hear like this brushing sound. So she starts looking around, and across the room is a little like, I don't know, what would you call it? Like a cubicle?
It's like a medical bay. It's a
like a medical table?
Yeah, it's a medical table where people would lay down and get worked on, obviously.
And does that go there? I don't think that goes there. What about there? Nope, does not go there. So as she's like looking around, she starts to look into this into the canopy that's covering the medical table, and she sees someone like brushing it. So she really quickly pulls it off, and it's her kid, who I guess she left back on Earth. I don't know if he died or not. They never really went into that. But he had like all these sores and crazy stuff on his legs, and
and then she like screams, and then he disappears.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
It's
Oh my god.
and it was such a build up. It was one of those things where it was like there's no music. It gets quiet, and all you hear is her breathing and her stepping closer, and then you see the little brush, and you're like, what's in there? What's gonna jump out? What in the world is on this ship that's about to attack this lady? And turns out nothing was going to attack her. However, her son was going to. Did he even say anything to her? I don't remember now.
I don't think he said anything. I think he just,
Looked at her.
yeah, either that or he said like, "Ow, it hurts," or something.
Yeah.
Something innocuous, something that's not, in and of itself wasn't a bad thing to say. It was just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Yeah, this movie was both messed up and awesome at the same time.
Yeah. So the premise of the movie is basically this ship, which we're building here, called the Event Horizon. Yeah, it's kind of like a sci-fi horror suspense movie,
Yeah, it's
I guess.
it's definitely sci-fi horror.
Yeah,
That's absolutely the case.
I think that'll go up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right.
So the premise of the movie is that the Event Horizon was a ship that was supposed to, I believe, like it's deep space exploration.
Yeah, its original thing was it's supposed to fold. It's supposed to travel faster than the speed of light by folding space-time, so that that doesn't seem right.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, the colors don't match up. I'll put it off to the side for now. And it's going to fold space-time to do it. And the main concept is that the guy that developed the drive system that accomplishes this is like, it folds space-time and you go somewhere else and you pass through this tunnel and then you come out the other side and you're a different place in the universe. But
Instantaneously.
yeah, instantaneously. But what he doesn't explain until much later in the movie is that you don't actually just immediately appear there. You actually have to pass through an alternate dimension. And he has no idea what the alternate dimension is. It's just there. And he's like, I don't know. Something's there, I guess. And it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Turns out it's some chaos dimension. And I mean, they describe it as hell. But, you take that with a grain of salt because obviously who knows what that's like. But
well, that was actually something that I found really interesting about the movie and the way that they like depicted hell. And I guess because books and other movies and stuff that I've read have depicted it in similar fashions. I think one show in particular was Supernatural, where where the idea that they give is that when you go to hell, you basically get strung up by a bunch of meat hooks and chains, and you're surrounded by fire, and you have someone torturing you like 24/7.
Yeah, for all eternity.
Yeah,
basically.
And when they showed, there was one point where they showed someone what it was going to look like when the entire crew was in hell. I guess it was the captain.
That's the best guess I had as well.
Because I can't quite remember, so I think it was the captain.
I just watched it today and I can't remember.
It was someone, and it messed them up. But so when they showed this,
I think it was Sam O'Neill. I forget what his character's name is.
Weir. That's all they referred to him as. Was Weir.
I think it was Weir showing it to Lawrence Fishburne.
Who is Morpheus?
Well, I mean, not in this movie, obviously.
No, but I mean, he might as well be. He was in the Matrix.
Yeah. But yeah, he shows it to him, and he's like, "This is what your life is going to be like now." And it like blew his freaking mind.
Yeah. And
I mean, why wouldn't it, right?
Honestly, it kind of blew my mind too. Just like watching it was like, that's terrifying looking. They show like in my opinion, the special effects that they had on this was actually really great. I was not
Yeah,
expecting there to be so much.
for a movie from 1997, it had really good special effects.
Both makeup and CGI, just spot on.
Oh, dude, the scene when Weir like gouges his eyes out and then he sews the other dude's skin over his eye holes. That is
Oh,
so messed up.
he sewed the other dude's skin. I thought he just sewed his own eyes shut.
No, no, no. That's why he was carving the other dude up, as he was taking chunks of his skin.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, so he took the other dude's skin to sew up his eye holes. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that okay. I didn't catch that. All I caught was
Or
because
at least that's what I thought was going on, obviously.
yeah, the way I interpreted it was because the way when he showed Morpheus the that's what I'm going to refer to him as.
Hey, it's cool.
When he showed Morpheus what it was like or what it was going to be like once they went through that once he dragged them through that portal being hooked up or strung up by hooks and chains and cut open and being tortured and everything. Then
Right.
he took one of the other characters who was the ironically the shock trauma EMT and killed him, cut open his chest, flayed and pulled it backward, and then strung him up by more hooks in the med bay, and then
Yeah.
painted a whole bunch of like demonic symbols and junk.
That was messed up.
It was very messed up, but it was very ironic that it was the shock trauma guy that it happened to.
Yeah. Oh, God, the movie was so good. I'm trying to think of some other scenes like the drive itself looked amazing considering the age of the movie.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised at the detail that was in the drive, like just the way it looked. It was very reminiscent of like Stargate at first,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but then like every single shot of it just had so much detail, like it almost hurt my eyes to look at it, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that because it's very like the room is very reminiscent of um God, the what's the room that Professor Xavier uses to control all the mutants' minds?
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
which I suppose doesn't really help anyone else. But
The room has a specific name. Like they gave it like a person's name or something, but I forget what it was called.
oh, really? They gave it a person's name?
I think so. Something like that.
Sounds like I need to watch that again.
Are there pieces to this that don't actually fit on the puzzle?
No, every piece should fit.
I think that goes to the left, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
there we go.
Because check this piece out right here. I can't figure out where the hell that goes. It's an edge piece, but it's got this little light thing on it. Oh, shit.
we just had the other one a little too far. This one goes
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
but the movie was really messed up.
Like if it doesn't at least make you wonder if hell exists, or if you never thought that like if it's something you didn't believe in, that movie would make you go, if it did, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, this is probably what it's like because this is horrifying.
That is a place I would never want to visit.
Yes, sir.
But I actually I really enjoyed the pace of the movie and a lot of the I guess like scientific ideology behind it. Like for
Well,
instance,
that's one of the things I liked too is that a lot of the science was at least based in fact. Like the whole when that one guy ejected himself out the airlock
mm-hmm.
and they were explaining like, just curl up into a ball, blow all the oxygen out of your lungs, you'll be fine. And that's something that I've watched a couple of videos of recently on YouTube because a couple of the science channels I watch for some reason, have talked about it recently, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, you can survive in vacuum for like 5 or 10 minutes
What?
if you do it right." It's not an instantaneous death kind of thing.
So you
It's
don't
gonna
just instantly implode or anything?
No. They're like your body apparently has your skin has just enough tensile strength that it's not going to blow your body apart like some movies show.
Jeez.
It's just going to be excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
I think that actually goes here. Oh no.
Cerebros.
Cerebro. There you go. Yeah, they called him Cerebro. They called the room Cerebro, and it looked a lot like that. And then it had Have you ever seen the movie Contact?
I don't know what's that one about.
Oh my god.
I'm as bad with movies as I am with music lyrics.
It's with Jodie Foster, and they go to find alien life because alien life like reached out to them and was all like, "Hey, we're over here."
I'm just gonna.
You're gonna say no. God, I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Hate you so hard right now. That piece looks like it goes there. What the hell? But it's got this centralized sphere, and then there's 3 concentric rings that are all spinning either on the X, Y, or Z axis around it, and it looks so awesome. You better not be reading a synopsis of this movie.
Nope, I'm looking at the trailer while it's muted just to see if I recognize anything. I've never seen that movie before. Never seen
God.
Contact.
How have you not seen Contact?
I've never come into contact with it.
Oh, that's so bad. Shut up. Anyway, that'll definitely be on our to watch list then. Does
All
that
right.
go there? I think it does. That's got to go there.
Oh, 2K is upset at me that I've never seen Contact.
I know, dude. That's like a sci-fi nerd's wet dream movie, man. That movie is so good. Anyway, I have a list of a couple of movies I know I'm gonna make Cody watch, and he's gonna develop a list of movies I need to watch
eventually.
And then we're gonna do some movies that the fans suggest, obviously. But like this, what is this?
I apparently need a tutor in movie viewing, and 2K didn't even know that was a thing until now. 2K actually raises another point that I really wanted to talk about, is that the threat of this movie, despite the synopsis of it, which says that something ends up coming aboard the ship, it's much less something that came aboard the ship as it was that the ship itself ended up coming alive. It basically became possessed because of its connection to this other dimension.
Yeah, the ship becomes, sentient.
Yeah.
For lack of a better phrase, it basically becomes sentient, and decides that it wants to go back to this chaos dimension.
Not just that it wants to go back, but it wants to take people back with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And as 2K mentioned, the ship has this ability to mess with your mind. So basically, once you understand that it's messing with people's minds, you're never quite sure if something you're watching is actually
happening.
Yeah, you don't know if it's real.
Is this real, or is this just the ship using that person's innate fears against them
again,
or what? I don't think that goes there.
And I think that's one of the things that makes the movie so terrifying as well, because it plays into that unknown so well that it always keeps you guessing.
So I feel like the acting in the movie was really, really good. Like, even I never felt like anybody was a bad fit for the role that they were placed in. Did you feel like that at all?
No, I can't say that I ever felt like that. looking back, I think the only person maybe would have been Justin, whoever played Justin. But he also had one of the like smallest roles in the whole movie anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Nap, thanks for the resub, man. Appreciate it.
Go Nat.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna I'm tucking all the edge pieces in the bottom left corner of the table, or
Okay.
what I view as the bottom left corner. Anyway, yeah, the one thing that messed me up, I don't know. I had completely forgotten at some point that a lot of the stuff takes place in the past. A lot of the uh, fears, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
are actually past situations that are re-rising, like the captain and leaving the one guy on his last ship to die in the fire.
Right.
Um, Weir and his wife committing suicide because he was never around.
Oh, is that why she committed suicide?
That's what I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I mean, during that scene when he had to rewatch her kill herself, which is fucked up
Yeah, it is.
on a different level, by the way. He he mentioned, he was like, I'm sorry I wasn't there all the time. I'm sorry my work took up all of my time.
Oh, I
And
missed that
so
part.
I think it may not have exclusively been because he was not around very much, but it was, at least that was a factor in it.
Yeah, kind of like one of those things where he wasn't around to notice that something was wrong, and then maybe it wasn't the fact that he was gone, but it was the fact that he wasn't there to be of any help.
Right, exactly. Like maybe she had depression problems and he could have helped, but he wasn't around to notice any of these issues.
Yeah, that was a hard scene. Like I was really confused what was going on when that scene came on because that was the one thing that's one of the spooky things about the movie actually is from the very beginning Weir, who is the guy who designed the ship to begin with, has been having these hallucinations and dreams of his wife.
Yeah.
And then he gets on the ship and they start to become more real, and it makes you wonder, did somehow this chaos dimension already have a grip on him from the start?
That's something I didn't even think of, but that's a good point because I want to say his first hallucination of his wife happened before they even got to the event horizon.
It did. It happened when he was on that space station, and it seemed,
Before they got on the Lewis and Clark, right?
yeah. And the way that it played out, it made it seem like it's happened more than once because he grabbed his picture and he was talking to her basically. And there were many, because when he pulled it off and he put it down, there were many other pictures. So it almost seemed like it could have been something that was building up in him. And it actually makes me think of the time after Justin was pulled out of the portal and woke up from his coma, sort of thing.
Right.
And he starts talking about the darkness. It makes me wonder if part of the chaos dimension is accessed through kind of like the darkness in ourselves, because maybe that's why Weir was so susceptible to whatever the ship's will was, is because the darkness of having and grief of having lost his wife was allowing it to take over more easily and manipulate him.
Oh, that is messed up. I did not even think of that like that.
Yeah, that just came into my mind while talking about it, and
Oh,
just
I hate you.
I'm sorry. Hey,
Now I'm like, oh no. That's so jacked.
right? It's harsh.
I don't know where that piece goes, but I don't think it goes there. Actually, you know what? I think this goes like that. Yeah.
And something, does that go there? Yeah, I guess that one does go there. Where does this one go then? Oh, that goes there too. One of the first thoughts that I had about the movie was just how much it reminded me of Yeah, the kind of mental instability that they were, or that he was suffering from, and then it drove everyone else too. But what the movie kind of reminded me of as I was watching it is it gave me a very uncanny valley vibe to Dead Space,
Yes.
and
Yes. Very, very much.
I was really expecting for his wife to have been on board the ship, and that's one of the reasons why he wanted to go there, is because like she was trapped there or had been on it, and or something like that. So I was expecting him to like get there, and then when they showed that initial video of them like naming off the crew members, I was waiting for it to say like whatever her name was, Weir.
Oh, on the Event Horizon originally?
Yeah, when they first got to
Yeah,
the bridge.
I gotcha. Oh, that is so messed up, dude.
So that's where I was expecting it to go, and then as it kept progressing and it didn't go there, I was like, all right, so where is this going then? Like, how is this gonna like play in? I was really curious, and then right toward the end when they show the suicide scene, I was like, holy crap! Like that's just so
Yeah.
messed up.
Starts making more sense, and you're just like, oh no. It was so good though.
Hey, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that a lot more than I knew that I would. Like, it's not I was expecting to not enjoy it. It was just like, holy crap.
Well, once you start realizing that it's actually primarily a horror film that just happens to be in a sci-fi setting, and you're like, uh-oh, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected at all. I never looked up anything about it. I don't even know if the meta tags of it typically or actually say like horror film or not.
I
But
don't remember.
dear God, I was not expecting it to be that. Like I was like, oh, this will be like oh, aliens are there. Now we got to fight the aliens. Now we got to try and live against the aliens and make it home. And then I was like, oh, maybe it'll be like Alien with this organism that like takes over you, and it's like poison or a parasite of some kind.
Yeah. Nope. The ship is semi-sentient and wants to take its crew back to hell. And you're just like, what? I got some more girder for you. Some more neck. Oh wait, that goes like right here.
Yeah. Oop.
I think it goes up too.
Oh. Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, anybody out there seen the movie? Have any comments on it?
2K says it's a horror sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Never looked at those. Was not expecting horror. And then I had the anxiety attacks of like watching certain scenes and waiting for stuff to happen. Like
when you're having those flashes about what happened to the previous crew or what it's going to look like when this crew goes to hell, and you see people like strung up and like impaled on spikes and stuff, and you're just like, ugh. It gives you that guttural like foreboding feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Like even that one scene where again it was that same other doctor chick whose name I don't remember in the med bay, and it's when she started hearing that pounding and then something actually started punching in the metal and she ran, and then everyone was like, oh, I'm sure it was nothing, you're just hallucinating again, and then they all see it get punched in at the bridge.
And they're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm glad that got to you though. That's a good sign, because I wanted the first movie to be like oh shit.
What did I just get myself into?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely did that. I'm there.
That piece goes there.
Where?
It doesn't look like it does, but it goes there.
Okay.
Not your piece, the one I put. I just didn't want you to think I put a piece down and like gave up on it in the middle of the board.
Ah. How dare you, Matt?
Oops. That's my fault, sorry. There. Yeah. So Yeah. Trying to think of other specific scenes. Also, the fire was really well done when they CG'd the fire.
Oh yeah, that was actually really well done.
Especially, I mean, all considering it's 1997. I mean, you got to take that into consideration. But
Absolutely. That was actually another moment that I really enjoyed about um, about the development of the characters, especially the captain. The fact that he was doing his best to make sure that he didn't lose another crew member, that he was willing to sacrifice himself.
yeah,
And then the development being he knew that the ship was getting in his head, and because he knew that, he stood up to it. And the hallucination that he had of his old crewmate burning, and he was like, I know it's not real. And then it turns into Weir, who was somehow brought back after he was killed,
right. The ship brought him back,
which is
or so he said.
terrifying to think about. And it makes you wonder, was he actually brought back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's this go?
Where the heck does this piece go?
Oh, you're trying to line up the stars?
Yeah, I'm trying to line up the star. There's only a couple of star pieces, and I'm like, no. Anyway, I'll get back to that later. But yeah, that was messed up, wasn't it?
It was, and it really meant, like, I don't know, like it's definitely like not like the most mind bending thriller that I've seen before, but like if you go into it not expecting what you're about to see, holy crap, does it mess with you?
That's a very bright star. It looks like it goes here.
I thought so too, maybe like that.
I think so. Drop it right there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now let's see if I can figure out where this goes. I think it goes there. Yeah, yeah, it goes there. Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole deal, is that the ship was playing with the minds of nearby individuals, but I don't know, like it really begs some questions, because or was he actually killed? I mean, that's also a good question. At that point, I guess you really can't trust what's been going on, because it like Primus brings up a good point with him being in the cabin, or in the cockpit when he blows open the window, and that's how and he gets sucked out.
Oh, was he actually there?
Right. And I mean, I guess I theoretically he could be, because it pushed the black guy away. But then that also makes you wonder, was he actually pushed away, or was it messing with him again to try and, like, I don't know, like, how deep can you get into it to where you don't know what's real and what is, or what's real and what isn't?
Yeah, exactly. Cooper.
Cooper, yeah, that was his
Cooper
name.
was the black guy that got blown away from the ship. Oh, God, I'm starting to like think about all these scenes now in like this deeper understanding of, or what I think is understanding of stuff, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to.
I
Ugh.
I will say I really liked the slight comedic irony that they had, or that they gave you right at the end with Cooper and Sark, I think was her name, or Stark.
Stark, yeah.
The fact that he kept flirting with her throughout like the entire beginning of the movie, and then they end up being the only two who survived.
Right, yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's kind of funny that, they're the two survivors, and he was flirting with her the whole time and like trying to get her, and then there they are, and
They just look at each other and they're just like, ugh.
yeah.
Like, I don't even want to. No, we're done.
That's not right. That's right. And then the end. Oh God, the end. So what did you think about the ending of the movie? Are we ready to dive into the ending of the movie? Do we still want to like analyze other scenes? Like,
Uh, well, the end was, how do you say, fucked up?
yeah, I think that was eloquently put, Matt.
Um, I'm trying to think. Ugh, I don't even know what to say. Oh no, that goes there. What am I doing? The fact that they get back with the front half of the ship, and then she has this nightmare that the rescuers are. Clark has this nightmare that the rescuers are actually. Um, are actually Weir, and he was in the front half of the ship for the entire trip and just waited until they got home to screw with him again. Um,
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way.
and then they got home, and she has this vision of that, and then she wakes up and it's like, no, it's okay. It's actually she's just having a nightmare about the whole situation, and then the door closes without anybody closing it, and you're just like, what?
I didn't even think about the door closing without anyone closing it. I figured it was like an automatic door and that was the way that they were ending the scene, but holy
No,
crap.
I thought it was like the ship, because the ship was quote unquote alive, right? So the ship was closing the door after the additional rescuers had gotten inside so that they could capture more crew.
Oh, so you think that it stayed with that half of the ship as well and then oh,
Yeah, dude.
yikes. Does it go there? No.
Yeah. So that's jacked.
Oh, this goes like
That's a huge chunk of ship. I feel like it goes there, but it doesn't line up with the holes. Giggity. Huh, I don't know where that goes either.
I can't figure out where this one goes.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Oh wait. Right here. Boom! Nailed it.
Oh, I thought this was part of that dish. No, it's part of this dish. It goes there.
Yeah, you guys pose a good point. We'll probably do that for the next one. Give everyone a heads up of what we're watching, so that way they can follow behind.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. At the end of each one of these videos is just go, next movie we're going to watch is this one. So if you all want to watch it ahead of time as well, go ahead. So quickly, Cody, think of the next movie you're going to want me to watch.
Oh, are we taking turns doing it? I thought you were just going through the list.
I mean, I don't want to just immediately suggest the next one based off of my list, unless you literally don't have one to think of right now.
I literally do not have one to think of right now. Please save me.
Okay, I'll do the next movie as well then.
I mean, like,
I'll call the next movie.
I mean, like, I've got a few movies that like I'd like to rewatch myself just because it's been a while, or movies that I remember being good. But a lot of them are like, they're they're not science fiction or horror or thriller. They're typically like comedy or something like
No,
that.
that's fine too. I don't have a problem with that.
Like there's this one movie that I've been dying to rewatch, and I've been wanting basically everyone I recommend it to watch. It's called Mr. Head Mistress.
Mr. Headmistress?
Yes, Mr. Head Mistress.
I'm not familiar with this movie.
Good. And the only place I've been able to find it, because it's such an old movie, is on YouTube, actually.
Really?
Yeah, someone put it up on YouTube.
How old is this?
In the 90s.
Oh, so it's not real old. It's just, I mean, Event Horizon was 97.
Mr. Head Mistress, 98.
Yeah, it's not that old. Let's go there. Oh, it does.
And it's got Harland Williams in it, if you are familiar with him.
Nope. Does not ring a bell. Now I may see his face and go, "Oh, I recognize that."
And then another movie actually that he is in as well is called Rocket Man, and that one is that one's another comedy, but it's basically about like going to Mars. So you might enjoy that one.
I'm not familiar with any of these.
Good. Where do you go?
All right, this has got a lot of blue on it. Here, perhaps? No, God, no. And it's light blue, too. Where on earth does that... Maybe that goes... What?
Ah, Nap's seen Rocket Man?
Apparently.
It like I don't think I've met a single person who has seen that movie aside from my family. Go Nap. I like you more now.
Not
Not that I didn't like
you a minute ago.
I was gonna say not that I didn't like you before. I like you more now.
Wow, these two pieces right here. I'm looking at these two pieces going, I should be able to easily find where those go, and I can't. There's like huge chunks of ship and then bright blue.
Yeah.
On one little nub, and I go over to the section of the ship where I think that goes, and for the life of me, I cannot find it.
Yeah, I've noticed that with some of these. They're super difficult to figure out. Like this one goes up here somewhere. Boop.
Hey, nice. This has got a lot of yellow on it, so I feel like it goes there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Solid.
Solid.
I've actually got the DVD of Rocket Man, so but he says you can watch it on HBO demand.
Oh, okay.
But I've got the DVD, so if I need to work magic, I can do that. Oop, that's not right. How about that way? That's better. But yeah, some of the things that I really enjoyed about Event Horizon was the just some of like the small technical things that just kind of stood out to me. Like you can't survive the G forces, so you have to be in like a giant water tank.
Yeah, crash couch.
Yeah, those things. I thought that was really cool. I've never heard of something like that before, and I was like, I don't know if that would actually work, but that sounds legit.
Yeah. There's actually a sci-fi book series I read that's very hard science, because they do the same concept where they're like, we're gonna go faster than this speed, so everybody better get in your crash couch, or otherwise you're gonna get crushed. And so everybody runs and goes, jumps in their little gel-filled. It's a chair basically, but it's a gel-filled couch that they lay down in.
Mm-hmm.
While they're hitting massive G forces.
Interesting.
Let's see. This has lightning on it. Is that lightning? Or is this just a strong swirl? Oh, no, it goes here. You're right. It is lightning. There's a little tiny bit down there.
You can just barely make it out. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it comes down to some of these pieces. Is like, all right, where do you kind of fit?
Oh, here's the other half of that ship. This is the yeah, for those interested, this is the front half of the Event Horizon, and this back here is the back half of the Event Horizon in like an arms layout. And then this little tiny thing off to the side, this is the Lewis and Clark that they come to visit it in. And there's like, what would you say, like 8 people on the crew in this vessel?
Yeah.
In the Lewis and Clark? So
Yeah.
that's a decently sized ship. The Lewis and Clark. So the Event Horizon is massive.
That was the other thing. I was not expecting them to have such a huge ship. Like, they showed the Lewis and Clark. I was like, all right, that's a pretty big ship. I would call that a large ship. And then they get to the Event Horizon, and you see the scale, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's like on a completely different level.
Like, I was astounded that they could even walk across the Event Horizon in the manner of time that they did.
Yeah. Yeah, the back half of the ship is almost exclusively engineering. Like back here, this is all engineering with the drive. And there's basically nothing else back there.
And it was just insane. Like, when they first reveal that scale, I'm like, oh, someone had fun with this.
Oh, I know, right?
But yeah, the design for the drive was just really cool. I would have loved to have heard like a little bit more, I don't know, I guess technical part of it, just to like kind of understand how they expected it to work or thought of it as working.
Well, that's one of the things I really liked is that when can't remember the captain's name.
Morpheus.
No. when he was grabbing Weir and he's like, how does this work? What is it actually doing? And Weir is sitting there like, I don't know. I know it folds space-time and then you wind up somewhere else, but I have no idea how it's accomplishing this. And you're like, why are we utilizing a technology that you don't fully understand?
How are we utilizing a technology that you don't fully understand?
Yeah, it sounds like it's the worst possible idea ever, but they're like, "Yep, let's do it," and they did it, and they went to hell. Congrats!
I cannot go on.
I was just gonna say I cannot find the letter R for the Event Horizon logo at the top of the ship.
Found it.
Oh. I hate you. Oh, because it's so bright.
Okay. Yeah. I had to get like super up close and personal to it.
There we go.
Where do you go? Right here? Like that? Yeah! There we go. Like that. Nailed it. Captain Miller.
Miller! Thank you.
Thank you, 2K.
That was 2K? Awesome.
Yeah. 2K is a big cinephile as well. So he's someone that...
is he?
Yeah, he and I talk about movies, I guess frequently. Not like on the regular, but frequently.
I'm a big movie buff, and I'm a very big sci-fi movie buff. Like, I love sci-fi. Like, some people are really obsessed with fantasy, and I'm obsessed with sci-fi.
He would suck Mass Effect's dick.
Yeah, exactly. Log 64 in my chat. Everybody likes that log.
Yeah, 2K's actually recommended a few interesting sounding movies to me. I really should have made a list of them. I'm horrible at that sort of thing. It's like, oh, it's always hindsight. It's like, oh, that one sounds cool. Completely forgot what it was.
Well, now that we're doing this, if 2K can supply you with a list of like to-do movies again.
Oh,
obviously if I've seen them before, I'll be like, oh my god, yes. That's going in. But yeah, we'll watch what was that first movie you said? The first comedy?
Mr. Headmistress?
Yeah, we'll do that one next.
Cappy would probably enjoy that one.
Okay. And then after that we'll go into my second option.
Sounds good. The other one that I have?
The other one that you have, yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about that one at the end of Mr. Headmistress.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't mention it now. Ruin the surprises.
Yes. I think that goes there. Oh, dude, we are getting close, dude.
Yeah, we are.
We're almost. Oh, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Gross.
Come on, Matt. Come on.
Ew. No. 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 I think it goes here.
Where? Boop. Nice. Good call.
Awesome. But yeah, I'm really glad you enjoyed the movie. This is one of those, for lack of a better phrase, it's one of those sci-fi classics that, like, if you're ever around like a big group of like huge sci-fi nerds, you can bring up Event Horizon and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I love that movie." It's always a safe movie to bring up because it's for the sci-fi group of people, it's like it's an instant in. It's like, all right, cool. You like Event Horizon? Awesome.
Good to know. Next time I come across a group of sci-fi nerds, I'll be like, so, how about that Event Horizon? Am I right?
I mean, basically.
Elbow a few of them, be like,
That goes there. It does.
Nailed it. But yeah.
This is a very light-colored piece.
Back to the special effects real quick, just because I remembered this one after you were talking about the
Go away.
Sorry.
Okay.
Don't laugh at me, Cappy.
She's not laughing at you.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. He's just making a joke.
When Justin gets sucked out of the airlock,
Yes.
that scene had me on the edge of my seat. I was like, what is he gonna do? Like, I came from that background of the preconceived notion that being sucked out into an air, like out into 0G, basically means you dead.
Right.
And so like I was just expecting him to be turned into a pulp or something like that, just not make it. And the fact that he lived, I thought was pretty cool. But two, the fact that oh, good job. Oh,
Cool.
I think that's right. Yeah. The way that they started to like show his veins like bulging and then bursting,
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. Just like he starts just like all the blood is getting sucked out of him and everything, and it's just like super gruesome and gory and like horrific, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah. You're just like, this is going to end poorly.
This is already ending poorly. Where do you go? No. No. Maybe? No. No.
This
Definitely
is part of
not.
the ship.
Where's that other lightning bolt? There you are. Perfect.
Down there.
Nailed it.
Every time someone mentions Cappy, I'm thinking about Cappy the Cap from Super Mario Odyssey. Oh,
Cappy the Cap?
that's not even out yet. Can this go there, maybe? Oh, nah.
Nah, you see?
Whoops, sorry. My mistake.
Don't
Okay,
ping me
okay.
unless you mean it, Matt.
Oh, no!
Now we're just like really into this puzzle.
I know, right?
We've made such good progress. I am going to hate doing the world.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, Neptune in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. Well, we don't have to finish the puzzle either.
Matt, I can't leave a puzzle unfinished.
Okay, well then we'll finish it.
I want to spend more time with you.
Aww.
Aww.
There are some spikes somewhere.
Spikes?
This-
I'll find spikes.
this- I'm like really zoomed in on the puzzle, like slowly. It's a very bright area with a couple what looks like little spikes, or maybe it's like this.
It's the top of the ship?
No, I don't know what that's for. I mean, you see how bright it is?
Yeah.
It's got to go over on this side of the puzzle somewhere.
Right there.
What? Oh, yeah. All right.
I'll accept it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Boop.
Find another piece that looks.
One of the things I thought was kind of strange, though, was that I guess he was Irish. The engineer, was he an engineer? Or was he the navigation?
The dude with the cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his nationality was per se, but okay, go ahead.
He never experienced, as far as I can recall from the movie, he never experienced any hallucinations.
Really?
Yeah. I don't believe he or Cooper ever experienced the hallucinations.
Did Stark?
Actually, you know what? I don't think Stark did either. She kind of disappeared for a little bit until Captain Miller found her again.
I noticed she disappeared for a good chunk of the movie. Because I was thinking towards the end, I was like, you know what? Stark's going to show up here because everybody's forgotten about her. And I mean, she did, but she was just unconscious on the floor. And I was like, well, how'd she get there?
Yeah. Is that where that goes?
How about that?
No, that's not where that goes. Is that where that goes? No, that's not where that goes.
Grab this. Find out where that goes. That's an interesting looking piece. Where the heck does this go? That looks like it has some blue on the outside tip, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the piece you're rotating there.
I thought, yeah, I can't figure out where it goes. Maybe up here?
I don't even know why I tried that.
Oh. Not there.
Huh. That's an interesting piece.
Sounds like a person's mental resilience may play part in their susceptibility to the ship's mental manipulation. Yeah, it seemed like someone who had more guilt over something definitely was affected more. So like Captain Miller with the crewman that he left to burn, and then Weir with his wife's death, and the other chick with her, I guess,
son.
Yeah, guilt over her son. And then for some reason, go on.
I was just gonna say she didn't get to go home. Because at the very beginning of the movie, too, he was all like, hey, sorry, I tried to replace you, but I couldn't.
Right.
And so she felt really bad that apparently she was going to miss, like, her son's birthday party or something.
Right. That's what it was. There you go. But then the trauma doctor, whatever his name was.
Jason Isaacs.
Sure.
The actor.
I'll go with yes.
Sure. I can't remember his name either, but
he didn't experience any No, did he? No,
I'm trying to remember.
No, I think it was just Miller, the female doctor, and then Weir, because they were the three talking about it. What he experienced was intense anger.
Who's that?
the trauma doctor. Because when the Irish Scotsman, whatever he was like freaking out, being like, I want off this ship, I want off this ship.
Oh yeah, he held the knife up to his throat.
Yeah, grabbed him and held the knife up to his throat.
I remember that now.
Where do you go?
That's something that's very trauma doctor, more like traumador.
Oh, that doesn't go there.
Okay. I don't know what that's in reference to, Lucid. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad.
It's probably another obscure, like, Rick and Morty reference or something.
Like troubadour. Oh, gotcha.
Boo! I'm gonna just call him out on it right now. Boo!
If it was a Rick and Morty reference, I would have got it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, that was just the first thing that came to mind. Alright, where do you go?
It has a lot of ship on it, but it's also got a decent chunk of outer space. Oh, is it this? Oh, snap. Oh, Lucid said he doesn't like Rick and Morty as much as you think he does.
No, probably not. But I know he likes art, which is the only reason why I've been sending him art. And then I remembered Matt likes it too, and I was like, oh, here, Matt, have more art.
Dude, we are almost done with the ship. Where is this piece?
That one shouldn't be too hard to find.
You wouldn't think so.
Nope, not that. Toss that over there. See? You found it.
Got it.
Good job, Matt.
Yay!
Oh, this one goes right here. There we go. Alright, where does this one go? Oop.
Does it go there?
Nope. I was gonna try right there. Hey!
Oh, yeah, that's where it goes. I hate when you send these out with missing pieces. If the game created a puzzle for me and generated missing pieces, I'm going to be really pissed.
That would be really funny.
That does go there. Okay, cool. We're getting really low on pieces for the actual ship, which is good. Yep, that went there. Okay.
Goes over here. No.
We're starting to get to all dark and all bright pieces, and they're losing some of their detail.
Yeah.
And it starts making you go, I don't know where this goes.
Nailed
Probably
it.
goes there. Yep, that went there.
Good job.
This looks like it's got some black and gray on it.
This one's got like a light on it.
That goes here, yeah.
There maybe?
No, look at the shape of the piece too. I'd have to have 3 pokes. Maybe here? No. Put that over there for now. It's gonna really suck when we get over here. That's not gonna be fun at all. Yeah, that goes there.
You're doing excellent,
Okay.
Matthew.
I think the Lewis and Clark is basically done.
Hey! Alright, we do not have to finish the hard parts. Just got to get the detail of the ship, and then we're golden.
We also got to get that lightning bolt. Hey, okay, never mind. But there's other pieces over here for the lightning bolt as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh no, that's dark. That's probably a stripe on the Okay,
What?
go ahead.
I was just 2K asked if we are to assume the main talking points have been covered, and I was gonna say yes and no.
I think so.
Yeah, like
I unless there are any specifics that you guys would like to bring up.
the only other thing I had on my notes was just the portal to hell, which we kind of covered. Or I guess, for lack of a better term, the portal to hell.
In which aspect?
I guess just talking about it, or I guess the mystery behind it and the fact that it's like, oh, we have this portal that somehow we pass through. What? What's that do?
Look at that thing. We should be able to figure out where that goes. It's got
Yeah,
weird.
goes right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Good call.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
About figuring out where the portal actually goes,
or just like kind of how it works, the main premise of it, because it's like, for some reason they're able to open up this portal. They don't know how
Right.
it. I guess they don't know how it works, is what he said.
yeah, it's primarily the fact that they're utilizing a technology that they know what it's doing, but they don't know how it's doing it. Like they understand that it's transmitting matter through space and time using a man-made singularity. But the concept of how is it creating this man-made singularity, they don't know the answer to that question. They're just like, I don't know.
It just does.
Yeah, it works, yay! And that's the extent of it.
Yeah, which to me is like the biggest thing that I would love to figure out, or at least have an answer to, because it's like,
I think that goes here. Rotate it around. Yeah.
good call.
Yeah, it does. Okay. But yeah, that's the majority of the ship there.
Yeah, we just gotta find those lightning bolts. Which, is this a lightning bolt? I don't think so. I think that's cloud. Is this a lightning bolt? No, I think it's more cloud.
The lightning bolt's also going to be difficult because it's so much brighter.
Yeah.
It's going to start flooding out the blue and just all look white.
I don't do colors anyway, so.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. The movie was just, it was really good. I was not expecting at all what I got out of it. Like, sitting there watching it afterward, I was just like, I was kind of giddy, like, just looking forward to getting to talk to you about it, because I was like, wow, I just was not expecting it.
Good. That's what I'm glad. That's what I was hoping for, honestly. Is a movie that would make you go, what? And then be like, oh, I want to talk about this.
Like, I don't, like, going into it, you're just like, oh, this is, a typical alien movie. Like, they're gonna find aliens or something, and it's gonna be weird, and, they're probably gonna kill them all, or, Independence Day, and then you're just like, oh, nope, this is all about some type of chaos dimension that is disguising itself as hell, whether it were or not, that possessed the ship and screwed with people, and
Just made it a living nightmare, you know?
yeah. I enjoy the fact that I broke your brain with my in-depth of like why was Weir basically being called to this ship? Was it because he made it? Did he have a connection to it?
That's something that I never even thought of. And that's another reason why I want to do these with you, is because there's so many different things you're gonna think of, and you're gonna be like, what? No way. That like that, for example, never even crossed my mind.
And now you're gonna go tell Cappy that, and she'll be like, what? And probably be terrified.
Exactly. Well, she wasn't super excited. She had no idea that it was a horror movie.
Oh.
So I felt kind of bad afterwards, because I was like, you want to watch it with me? She's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then she watched it. She was all like, I just thought it was a sci-fi movie. And I was all like, no, I thought you knew it was a horror movie. That's why I was all like, are you sure you want to watch? You don't have to watch it. And she's all like, no, yeah, I'll watch it. No big deal.
Cappy's just like, yeah, I want to spend time with you. We got this.
And then she was just like, I liked that movie. I also did not like that movie. I was like, sorry. I guess I should have been more specific about what we were sitting down to watch. But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I greatly enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to some of the other movies I want to suggest to you. So, but yeah, unless you have any other topics you'd like to cover, I think that's a good stopping place.
Yeah.
We didn't finish the puzzle, but we got the puzzle, we got the important parts of the puzzle done.
Yeah, screw the rest of that puzzle.
Yeah.
American Psycho?
I've never seen that.
Neither have I. I think that's the something.
Is that the one
Bates
with Christian
movie?
Bale?
I
No, American Psycho.
I want to.
That's Christian Bale. Okay, I've seen that thing on like Imager, the scene from the movie in people's like Imager dumps, but I've never actually watched the film.
Have you ever seen The Shining?
No, I've not seen The Shining.
That's another pretty good one.
Okay, I know Cappy's seen it, but I haven't. There's another like, for lack of a better phrase, there's another waterfall of blood in that movie.
Yeah, that's actually what that scene reminded me of. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we don't know where those go. But yeah. So next time, everybody, we're gonna be watching. What was the name of the movie?
Mr. Headmistress, I believe.
Mr. Headmistress.
Yeah.
Can you give me the year of the movie?
1998.
1998.
I believe.
It's a comedy, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the next movie we're going to be doing. So if there are folks out there that want to watch that movie with us and then come and hang out and chat with us and give us your opinions on the movie and everything, let us know.
Yeah, and I'm eager to see more movies and hear about more movies. Nappy. Wow, Napa just linked you the movie as well in your Twitch. I sent it to you over Discord, but
oh, on Discord, good. I'll watch it there. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. And I don't know how often we're gonna do this. Do you have a?
I figured probably just like whenever we have the opportunity to, kind of like a novel idea thing.
Yeah. So we'll try to do it like once. I would say I'd like to do it like once every maybe 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, that could be doable, especially with your extensive list of movies. I'm gonna have to go and take a look at all the movies that I have and see which ones we can watch.
We'll bounce some lists off each other, and then like we told you guys too, if y'all have movies that you want to suggest, just let us know.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that one of us has not seen it, because it'll make for an more interesting experience, in my opinion, if somebody's coming in completely blind.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Oh, have you seen Leon?
Leon?
Yeah, The Professional.
No, but I've been wanting to see that. I've heard of that movie. I've heard it referenced as well. Cappy and I were talking about some like movie breakdown YouTube channels that we watch, and they've referenced
Right.
that one a few times.
Leon is so good. Oh my god, that's okay. So I'm gonna make a short like list of like 5 or 6 movies I want you to watch, and we'll trade movie lists. And I think I'll make a channel in my Discord about this,
All right, yeah, that sounds
and we'll
good.
keep track of it. So yeah, exclamation point Discord in my chat. Do you have that command as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. In either of our chats, and feel free to come and join, and we'll make sure that we have the same lists and stuff, and we'll let you guys know what the next like 4 or 5 movies are going to be if y'all want to jump ahead and watch them for us or with us. So, all right, bye. Zoomed in. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me because I was zoomed in really close on the puzzle. Oh my god. I'm not normally that close. Oh. All right. See y'all later.
Bye.